Hello, 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 hello. Mom squad, dad squad, Camila squad. That's what I call y'all because I'm starting to get men watching me too. So, hello, Camila squad. I love you guys as always. And today is Sunday and I'm comfortable today. I'm just here. And I have the light. The light came, so the lighting is good. And I was going to do an unboxing with you guys, but I didn't. I just went on ahead and opened it up. But I wanted to just say, again, thank you guys for everything that you do and watching my videos and pouring into me. But I'm going to jump right into what God gave me a couple of topics this morning because I was up actually early. And it could have been because of the time change, but it's also because of God, because he's always giving me ideas. And I stopped like putting it in my notes on my phone when he would give me ideas, but I started back this morning with different topics he just wanted me to touch on. One of the topics was social media, the radio, TV, things like that. So I was like, okay, I can make a video about that today. As you guys know, I really don't make videos on Sunday unless it's like early in the morning. And God just woke me up to pray. And then when I'm praying, he just made me pick up the camera. But today I just wanted to make a video. When I was sitting in church, I was like, I think I need to make a video today. I need to do some content today. And so here I am. So this video is, like I said, it's going to be talking about social media, the radio, movies, just all of those things that sometimes can cloud our judgment on what we should be doing. The reason I say that is because that's what happened with me in the beginning. And I think all my life, if I can say, like, since I've been able to just, make my own moves when it came to watching TV, being on my cell phone, things like that when I got a little older, it clouds a lot of stuff. It clouds who you are as a person. It clouds your movements on what you want to do, how you want to do things. You become more worldly when we're listening to the radio. For example, most people in the morning, they're listening to the radio, K104 and 90, what is it? 97.5 and 94. Is it 94.5? I don't know the radio stations because I don't listen to the radio anymore. But the popular radio stations, I think it's like Steve Harvey. I forgot the other people, but whatever. It's a lady at K104. But whatever, just listening to the radio early in the morning. Refrain from that as much as possible because it kind of clouds what you're going to do. Even though I think it's Steve Harvey or Ricky. Is it Ricky Rush? I think he has a radio station too. And one of them starts out with gospel music in the morning, which that's good, but it's still not giving you what you need. Gospel music is great, but then it shifts over to something else that's not very godly. My personal beliefs is we have to pour into God so he can pour into us every morning. So when you get up in the morning, the first thing you need to do is fellowship with God. Build that relationship with God. That's the first thing you need to do because it sets the foundation for the remainder of your day. So for example, for me, when I get up in the morning, I pray. I thank God for waking me up. Once I stand, I thank God for allowing my feet to touch the ground and for me to have the feet to walk, and I'm moving. If I'm feeling pain, I even thank him for feeling the pain, because if that was out, I have the pain, so I'm still here to see another day. I also thank God for making me amongst one of the living, because some people heads hit the pillow and they're thinking they're going to wake up the next day and they don't. So these are all the things that I do before I get my day started, before I drink water, before I go to I just do all of those things. I'm very intentional about God being the start of my day. Most of the day. I try to every day. I try to do this every single day. So that's how I start out. After that, then when I'm in there brushing my teeth, washing my face, I have gospel music either playing, or I have a word that God has instructed me to watch on YouTube playing. Sometimes it's someone speaking, and sometimes it's gospel music. Whatever he instructs me to do, I do it. I'm very obedient when it comes to that. So I do that. Also in the morning, I try to send out a positive, some type of positive affirmation to my children, to my loved ones and to my church in our group. I try to send out I try to do it Monday through Friday for the most part. Monday through Friday, most definitely. I try to send out something encouraging because that's also something that God instructed me to do. I work from home, so during the day, instead of me doing a lot of negative things, I try to make sure if I can listen to gospel or listen at the word, I make sure that I do that. Okay, that's the radio. So like I'm saying, I don't listen to the radio at all. I don't do that anymore. I used to, but I don't anymore. I don't even think I have the radio stations programmed on my in my car. When people get into my car, most of the time I'm playing gospel music or listening at the word. That's just what I do. Even when I'm traveling out of town on business, I'm listening to gospel music or listening at the word, or at least listening to something positive. It doesn't have to always be God's word, but something positive. A lot of times when you're listening at the radio, even watching TV, on social media, it's a lot of negative things that can cloud your judgment on who you are, on your judgment on the things you should do, and also cloud who you are as a person. For example, TV now, I used to love to watch Love and Hip Hop, Sisters, just all of those shows. I can't even think of the name of a lot of them, but I watched all of that stuff. I watched a lot of those shows, and I've just stopped watching them because they were causing me to be a negative person. And we have to remove ourselves from that type of stuff. It's not just saying remove yourself from the environment. Sometimes we have to not watch those things or listen to those things. All of the rap music and all of the cussing and just the sexual content and the violence. We don't need to be listening at that. If we're going to listen at it, it should be very limited. I don't listen to that stuff at all. I mainly listen to like R&B, jazz, and gospel. That's it. All of the rapping. And I used to, trust me, I used to love the rap and all of that back in the day. But now I refrain from doing it just because it puts me in a headspace that's not the headspace that I prefer to be in. As being a woman of God and trying to be more faithful and dedicated to God, is certain things that I hold myself accountable for, and it's like just a certain level of respect that I have for God that I don't want to disrespect him by pouring all of that negative stuff into myself, and not even just disrespecting him. I don't want to disrespect myself like that. I don't want to listen at a man calling women out of their name. I don't want to listen at a woman talking down on herself and saying all of this very negative stuff about herself that she thinks is positive. I don't want to hear people talking about their sexual experience and what they do. And to me, that all of that is things that you do as a couple, married couple. Like, you shouldn't be exposing that to the world. So that's why I refrain from a lot of that stuff. And social media is just like, if you're on, I had to fast from social media when I first started just my journey with God, because it was so toxic for me. I would be on social media and there would be so many negative things happening, or I would be on there seeing what certain people were saying, and then I would get mad and upset. So I had to fast from it. I had to get off of social media, and I think I did about 2 weeks. When I first got started, I did about 2 weeks for social media. And then after that, recently I did 3 weeks from social media, because it's just so much negative. Even the news, I don't even watch the news. I'm like, whatever God wants me to know about the world, he will reveal it to me. I don't need to be watching the news every morning, filling myself up with that stuff. So I don't really watch the news. And it's just because it's too much negative. So I refrain from it. And that's what I'm just talking about on this video, just refraining from things that's going to get you out of your character, for one. Because first of all, if I'm listening at somebody talking about how they got into a fight and watching videos about people fighting and cussing and doing all of this stuff, if something happens where I get into it with somebody, 9 times out of 10, I'm going to want to display that same behavior, because that's what I'm looking at. That's what I'm exposing myself to. Versus if I'm listening at the word and the word is telling me be slow to anger, not quick to anger, and it just tell me, you know, about how we love thy neighbor, and, you know, we give and we don't take, and all honor God. Like if it's telling me all of these things, and I'm constantly, repetitively listening to it, and it's in me, I'm feeding it to myself all the time, I'm more likely to do these positive things than I am to do the negative things. That's all. And it's an easy fix, guys. It's an easy fix. It's all about being consistent, respecting your God and respecting yourself. And if you're married, respecting your spouse. Like, and it's simple. It's simple to do when you apply the things that's supposed to be applied. It's really, really easy to do. And if you refrain from, if you just fast, I'm telling you, if you literally just fast from social media, and when I'm saying social media, I'm not just talking about one platform, all of them. When I fast from social media, even YouTube, I was posting videos, but I wasn't watching the negative stuff on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. I wasn't doing any of them. Twitter, I really don't be on there, but any of it. No social media at all. And then this last time I had to actually deactivate my page because it was just that intense, where it was making me, oh my goodness, y'all. I was like going insane with the stuff that I was seeing on there, and it was causing me to like want to just spaz out. And I'm like, Camila, you can't go backwards. You've came too far to go backwards. You have to be intentional on the things that you're doing. So I literally had to deactivate my page completely. I had to remove the app from my phone. I had to do all of those things just so I could be more intentional and just build. And that's what built my relationship with God, where it actually got a lot closer, because I gave myself no choices. You have no choices. The only choices you have is God. The only choice you have is God, nothing else. So, and when I did that, it actually made me hear him clearer. It actually made me learn more. It actually gave me my tools for learning with him. I knew what I needed to do, how to put it in place, all of those things. So I'm just saying all this to say is that we have to remove the stuff that's clouding our vision when it comes to God. We have to remove all of those platforms that are not positive and that are negative, and not even just the radio and TV and social media. Sometimes it's people. Certain people can also cloud your vision, when it comes to your relationship with God, because they're just negative people. They're negative people, always have something negative to say, nothing positive to say, never giving you a positive solution, always giving you a negative solution. Or if someone calls you and they're upset and they ready to go off, like, girl, I'm just tired of this, and you know how us women can be working our neck and all that, because I've been there and pointing the fingers. And if I call my home, I'm like, yeah, I'm back, we gonna pull up and all of this stuff. And I got that homegirl like, yeah, come pick me up. We gonna pull up. We gonna do this, that, and other. You hyping me up, so now I'm ready to pull up. Okay, let's go. Let's go do what we gotta do, right? But if I have this other friend, I call them and I'm like, girl, I'm about to go because I'm over it. I'm finna pull up on them. And they say, no, what we're going to do is we're about to pray. We're about to pray. And they just start praying. Even if you're still mad, they still just like, God, I come to you and I just ask you to whatever's going on with this person, I ask you to remove it off of them, Lord. Let them be of you and not of the devil. If they're spitting all this out and you're mad, baby, you have no choice but calm down, and you're going to be back in your positive mode. I need people around me like that. Like, period, point blank. I need people around me not like that. Not people that's going to hype me up to make me more angry, more upset. No, I don't need people like that in my life. You don't need people like that in your life. You need people that's going to humble your spirit and build your relationship with God. Not hype you up, not tell you you're weak if you're not arguing back and forth, not telling you you're weak if you're not going back and forth with somebody on social media because they posted something about you. I don't care what nobody say about me. Only person I care about is God. That's it. What men have to say and do, okay, do it. It's fine. It's whatever. Surround yourself with people that's going to be your cheerleader when it comes to your relationship with God. Not be your cheerleader when it comes to doing negative things that's going to put you in jail. Because first of all, if you end up in jail, they could have helped you do all this stuff. Ain't nobody, if you the one that get caught, trust me, they're not calling down there to the jailhouse or going to the jailhouse and saying I was in on it with her or him. They're not doing it. So don't put yourself in those circumstances. Watch who you have as cheerleaders. You have to have the right people on your team for a cheerleader. That's why they have the tryouts. Everybody ain't making the team. You're going to have to cut some people loose, and it's okay. If their feelings get hurt, it's okay. They will be fine. You worried about building your relationship with God, not about how the next person feel about you. At least that's how I feel. If your feelings hurt because I removed you, I'm sorry. It is what it is. The only people that stand in my life, that's supposed to be in my life, that is the people that I feel like is not where I'm at and still have work to do, is the people that I feel like God is keeping them there for me to help them do the work that they need to do. And trust me, I have to see some changes in you. I'm not sitting back. I'm not waiting for nobody. No. I need to see you making the moves yourself. You have to be making the moves yourself. If you're not making the moves yourself, I'm not leading you to the water and putting your face in it and telling you what you stick your tongue out so you can drink some. I'm not doing all of that. But if you're willing to do the work, I'm willing to help you. I'm willing to work with you. I'm always going to do that. But I'm not willing to do all the work for anyone. For nobody. I don't care who you are. I don't care who you are. And I will do what God instructs me to do. And that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. And I don't care. Like I said, I don't care what man thinks. I don't care what people think. I'm here to do what God has instructed me to do. And I'm going to do just that. I'm going to do just that. But I'm not spoon feeding anyone. You're going to have to do the hard work for yourself. And that's what I keep saying. I keep saying it over and over and over. Where I'm at now is not easy. This is work every day that Camila has to do. Can't nobody do this for me. I have to do it for myself. Nobody can do this work for me. I'm the only person who can save me. I'm the only person who can build a relationship with God for me. I'm the only person who can walk by faith and not by sight. Only me for me. And that's what a lot of people fail to realize. No one can take this journey for you. No one can take this journey with you. This is your journey. And that's why I tell everybody what your journey looks like with God is what it looks like. Is no one can tell you what's right or wrong. It's your relationship with God. But you have to be doing what God is instructing you to do. Most definitely. You have to be doing what God is instructing you to do. And he will give you so many warning signs. When I tell you God will show you so many things, and we just have to have our eyes open and be ready to look and see what he is showing us and not have our blinders on. We cannot have our blinders on, especially in this day and time where we're at in life. And where the way life is set up, baby, y'all better get it together really quick. Because the Bible, like I remember when I was a kid and my granny used to always say the Bible's fulfilling itself. The Bible's fulfilling itself. I'm saying that the Bible's definitely fulfilling itself, and it's not going to get any better. Like back in the day, we were saying, oh yeah, it can't get no worse than this. And look at it now. Look at how the world looks now. Back from when we were in the 90s, like 1970s and 1980s, 1990s, the 2000s, early 2000s. Like, look at the way the world looks now from then So if you don't know it's time for you to get a relationship with God, I don't know what's wrong with you, because it's not going to get any better. It's nothing we can do about it, but all we can do is have a shield of God on us to protect us from what's in store from the world and how it is corrupt. God is the only person who can save you when that time comes, is God. So you better have a relationship with him, because if you don't, you're in trouble. And like I said, nobody can get you to God but you. You're the only person, not your pastor, not your sister, not the prophet, not your spiritual counselor, not your regular counselor, not your teacher, not your mama, not your daddy, nobody. You are the only person who can build your relationship where it needs to be with God, just you. And you have to work for it. It's not easy. You'll work for anything else, so be willing to also work for God. You have to do the work. That's it. No in betweens. Yes?
Amen. Sorry, I'm getting ready to leave. That's why I didn't want to not give you a hug or anything.
Okay.
Okay. Well, this is the departure hug before I go out of town for work. So,
love you. Have safe travels.
hi.
That's my 22-year-old. She's off to work. I love you. Pray before you start traveling. And I'll pray as well. Safe travels.
Okay. Love you.
Love you. You got all your stuff?
I hope so.
Okay, because that was pretty quick.
Oh, well, everything was in the bags because my plan was to reorganize, but busy. So.
Okay, love you.
Love you
Be
too.
safe. I enjoyed you this weekend.
I enjoyed y'all.
Okay. But I forgot what I was saying, but I was into it. But y'all know, like I said, you're the only person. You're the only person who can build your relationship with God. Save yourself. Is you. That's it. Ain't no going around it. And being on social media all the time and strolling and looking at everything that everybody's saying, all the negative posts, and you posting negative stuff, and listening at the radio and having it up loud and smoking and drinking, listening at all of the cussing. What else? Watching all these shows where all they doing is being violent and cussing and domestic violence and all that stuff, and you think that's helping you with your relationship with God, that's helping you with your relationship with your family, that's helping you build, that's helping you with, even with depression. Like, none of that is help. You have mental issues, like you're suffering mentally, and you think strolling on social media is going to help that. You think listening to, I don't even know the people name, Megan Stallion, is that her name? Megan Thee Stallion? I think she still raps. Listening at her is going to help you with depression. Or I don't know a guy that raps name. I don't know if Lil Wayne still raps, but that's what he comes to my mind. But Lil Wayne, that's not going to help you. Or it's somebody that's really popular right now. He actually just came to Dallas for concert. Rob Wave, I think that's his name. No, those people are not going to help you. They're going to make your situation a lot worse if you're listening to that all the time. I opt out of listening to it, period. But you definitely shouldn't be listening to it all the time. But yeah, I just wanted to jump on and say that, like I said, I wanted my videos to start being under 25 minutes. And right now it's 23 minutes and 50 seconds. So I am going to jump off. But I just wanted to tell you guys that, like, social media, the radio, these TV shows, we got to watch how much we're indulging in them. And be intentional. Be intentional with what you're putting into what you're pouring into your body, mentally and all of that. I mean, and also if you have children, watch what they're doing. Because a lot of times our children can be very sneaky, and I'm guilty of having kids that are sneaky, and we have to watch what they're pouring into themselves. And a lot of times they're watching what we're pouring into us, and it does influence them to do certain things. We can influence them to do right, or we can influence them to do wrong. So whatever you're doing, 9 times out of 10, your children is going to start indulging in. So just be very intentional with what's going on in your household, and make sure you're praying over your house. You're praying over your children and doing all of those things. I love you, Camila Squad, and I'm so glad that you guys watched this video. Remember to like the video. Also make a comment if you want. Share me out so other people can also get the word. You know, God has me doing this platform for a reason, and I want to reach whoever I can. I want to pour into whomever I can. And just know that if you don't feel loved, just know I love you. So you are loved, and loving yourself. And God loves you also. He loves you more than anything you can ever imagine. And his love is so pure and authentic. And he won't give up on you. Just keep fighting. Keep your head up. Be strong. And God has you covered. I promise. And build your relationship with him. Be intentional when it comes to him, okay? I love you guys. And happy Sunday, because today is Sunday, fun day. Try to relax too. You know, God wants you to relax on Sunday. Love you guys.